Hello, I'm Alice Hale and welcome to Purl Grey. Today I just wanted to take a moment to show you some of the treasures that I found on my trip back home to New Hampshire and sort of around the New England area. I made a lot of lovely purchases that, I had to put a lot of thought and love into because there were so many wonderful yarns and amazing things that I saw while I was home. So starting out, let's go in chronological order roughly. I bought this skein at Nitty Gritty Yarn Shop. This is one of the Blue Bayou skeins from the farm it's in Temple, New Hampshire. So it's a local wool to Peterborough, which is where Nitty Gritty is. And this was the one that it's labeled with not only the breeds of the sheep, but the sheep's names. And so this is a mix of Oxford, BFL, and Coopworth breeds. And the names of the two sheep are Tigger and Cha-Cha. And I just love this. It's beautiful gray. It's just so cool and cozy at the same time. And just I'm really developing an affinity for like the subtlety and the beauty of undyed natural yarns. I think it's so gorgeous, and it's just you can picture the sheep, you know. Similarly, at the New Hampshire Wool Arts tour stop that I went on at Spring Pond Farm, I got two skeins of. This is Pepper's Promise Natural Yarns. This is First Fleece. So this is from yearling lambs. It's 100% yearling wool, and that's also the natural color, this chocolatey brown. And this is a sport weight. Oh yeah, this is a worsted, I believe. It looks like kind of a thick worsted, but it's so airy and squishy. It got a little flattened out in transit, just in my suitcase. But even so, it's so squishy. And this is so soft, and yet still really sheepy, which I'm really excited about. I'm still planning exactly what to make of it, but I got two skeins because I wanted to have enough to make something really lovely. I don't know exactly what yet, but yes. So this is, they say on here, see, it's been, unlike many commercial yarns, this yarn has been produced without petroleum solvents, detergents, bleaching agents, or chemical dyes. No chemicals are used for chaff removal or for moth or shrink proofing. Our wool is washed with vegetable oil-based soap and spun using vegetable oil. So this is like the really kind of the most natural stuff you could, hope to get. And it's so lovely, and I'm excited to knit something up with this. Then I have the purchase which, it required so much deliberation because Green Mountain Spinnery has a very small little shop area, but just every one of their different kinds of yarns is so beautiful, and I was very torn. But I got two skeins of this beautiful pumpkin orange, and I really can't wait to make something out of these. This is their weekend wool, which is, it's 2-ply worsted, it's 100% American wool. Let's see, there's 140 yards in each of these skeins. And, the name of this colorway is pumpkin. So that was an accurate description that I just gave. Yes, so, it's just fun right there where I got the tour, which is really exciting. And, they're so cozy and fun and autumny, and it was just the perfect sort of way to capture that experience of getting to visit that mill. All right, then we have webs, which it's a lot. But the thing that I really did at Webs was that I went right to the back, and they have a whole wall of these boxes. Some of them are $2.50, some of them are $5, and some of them are $7, and they go up from there a little bit. But basically they're all of the like super close out, ultra like kind of cast off, yarns. It's all kind of a jumble. You have to dig around. But I'm not averse to that. I am willing to dig for a bargain if I can do that. A lot of them didn't have labels. So I kind of stayed away from those. I did generally go for the ones that did have labels. But I sort of just like kind of basket, and I just kind of filled it up with all of the things that I found immediately that were like, okay, this is good, and this like tells me what it is. And so from there I sorted out, and I really just stuck with the ones that you could go really crazy there. You could spend a lot of money on very discounted yarn, you know, because there's just so much of it. But let's see, let's do a quick perusal. Okay, so this is some Biolana. It is 100% organic wool, and it's made in Italy. So, and it's just, it's, you know, again, it's sort of like a lovely gray color, and it's just, you know, 100% wool. I will use this for something. You know, you're always gonna want some good basic wool, and it's just $2.50. Here, oh, I should have been doing the thing where you, the YouTuber thing. Is that? Let me do it with the others. Okay, so there's that. Okay, and then these guys, oh, they're so pretty. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. So just, you know, some good basic organic wool. Looks like organic, awesome. Similarly, this looks like it's the same company, yes, Mondial. Made in Italy. This is also organic wool, but this is, let's see, what weight is this? It says fine, so, and it feels thinner, so I'm gonna guess it's like a sport weight or something. I'm sure it says on here somewhere, at least a gauge. Yeah, that looks like about a sport weight, I think. DK or sport. Anyway, and this is a lighter color, so again, you could use this for so many things. And there's the label. This was also $2.50 for this nice ball. We have, oh, this is Louisa Harding. This is a 70% wool, 30% alpaca. Beautiful brown. It's, let's see, it's a, yeah, this is I think a worsted, seems like, oh no, probably a little bit thinner, probably a DK. I'll have to double check with the, it gives a gauge, but always a little bit fuzzy on exactly what the lines are between. So yeah, this seems about, yeah, this is like, you know, a 50 gram ball. This was $5. Look at that, beautiful. 30% alpaca. Okay, oh, I also have these two balls that were in the $2.50 box, and they were the only things I picked up that didn't have labels. The only reason I did that was because coming down the aisle, I had passed the you know, shelf with the same kind of yarn that had the label still attached to it. So I actually took a picture on my phone of the label so I had the information. But these guys, you know, two, you know, matching kinds of yarn. It's this sort of chunky, it's at least a heavy worsted, if not an actual chunky weight. Tweedy, like dark green, brownish sort of color. Ooh, that would be fun to make into something really like autumnal. $2.50 for each ball. And I wrote down what it was. It's Scozia, S-C-O-Z-I-A. This is also an Italian wool, 60% wool, 20% viscose, and 20% nylon. So yeah, that'll be fun. And you know, having two matching balls in the random sale bin was quite a catch. Also, this is a little ball of Blue Sky Alpacas, Royal Alpaca. It is 100% Royal Alpaca. And this is, I'm gonna guess this is like a sport or probably a fingering weight. Yeah, finger, because it says needle size 2 to 3. Oh, it's so soft. It's so soft. I just want to curl up with it all day. It's so soft. Look at that. This was in the $5 bin. So yeah, this guy, alpacas. And This is a baby cashmere merino silk DK blend. So it's 75% extra fine merino, 20% silk, 5% cashmere. It's called Sublime. And I just love this like sort of dusty rose color. And this was in the $5 bin. So I went for that. And there you have the, look at that. And so sort of like, you know, clearly they put in any ball that has sort of come a little undone or has lost its label or something like that. And, you know, I don't care if it's gonna be a little bit floppy. I'll just rewind it. And you're gonna probably be washing your stuff, you know, when you're blocking it after you finish working with it anyway, so it isn't so like, oh, well, the yarn's a little dirty. You're gonna wash it anyway. The only full price thing, full price is already discounted at Webb's, but like the non like super closeout bins that I bought at Webb's was this Sirdar Sole to Sole sock yarn, because I haven't made socks yet and I really want to make socks. And I like these colors, sort of like greens and creams and like grays, and I think there's a really dark blue in there. Yeah, really dark blue. This is 100 grams, 75% wool, 25% nylon, and it is, let's see, yeah, so it's about, does it give you yardage on here? Yeah, about 448 yards, and I just loved it. I wanted that. And this way, now I have all of the equipment to make socks. I'd been wanting to for a while, but like I didn't have the right, you know, sock yarn, and I wanted a yarn in some colors that I would really love. You know, actually now I'm looking at it and I'm thinking about it. These are basically the colors of like my Purl Grey logo and stuff. So, and all of the little, that's kind of perfect. You know, the greens and the creams and the grays and things. So I'm excited to make socks out of these. So this is all of my fun yarn that I got while I was home, and I'm very happy about it. And I wanted to share that with you. I don't always like the idea of like haul videos. It just always seems a little bit like sort of grossly consumerist. I don't know. It always feels a little weird, like to just be like flaunting all of the money that you spent on something. And I spent a lot of money, but I did save a lot of money on things. And for a lot of these, they were like important sort of memory yarns. And I will say that having read Clara Parks's, you know, I mean, she edited it, she didn't write the whole, the collection of essays, A Stash of One's Own, it's been a little dangerous because it definitely gave me sort of permission to buy more yarn and keep more yarn and not feel, you know, nervous or awkward about it. I'm very happy with all of these purchases, and I know that I will use them. And so I wanted to share them with you. Also, after having seen all of the places that I went, I wanted to show you what I ended up getting there to sort of remember those experiences.